Hello, dudes, dudettes, and all those in between. Thank you once again for tuning in to a Crazy Gun Nut Gaming. I know what you guys might be thinking. It's been a while since you heard from me. But to say that I didn't have a lot going on would definitely be an understatement. I've been gone for about a year now. Did a couple Fallout videos, and once I put those together, I actually kind of just fell off the planet. The main reason was right after I put out those Fallout videos, I actually got married. We are coming up on our first year anniversary. We will be hitting our 1 year of marriage here this upcoming Sunday, October 27th. And let me tell you about that wedding. It was a little rushed. We still got to do pretty much everything we wanted to do. Obviously, if we could go back, there's things we could do differently, but I don't think too many people look back on their wedding and don't necessarily feel that way. My wife looked absolutely gorgeous, even though she'll tell you that she hated her hair, but the setup was phenomenal. We had a beautiful design. We did Unity sand. We both poured different colored sands into this vase that we have together. And the sand mixed together, and it was basically just like a symbolism of our unity as two. Let me tell you, you have not ever been nervous in your life until you're standing up there on the altar. You know, I wasn't super worried about it coming up to the day, but when I was up there in my tuxedo and I just was all fidgety, I kept messing with everything I could get my hands on, and at one point I was actually sitting behind the stage fidgeting with a trash can, so that was a good time. And I was sweating profusely the whole time, but that's just because I sweat consistently. But regardless, once we got started, we got through the vows. I did not pass out, which is fantastic. I was very worried that I would lock my knees and pass out, but stayed colorful throughout the whole time, didn't lose my color, didn't go white as a ghost, did not pass out, so I consider that a fantastic win. We walked off the altar to a version of Congratulations by Post Malone that I personally edited. I'm actually in Sony Vegas, which is what I'm using to edit this video right now. I took the music into Sony Vegas and I edited it out. Took the clean version, of course, because we didn't want to have any curse words going in our music as we were leaving the altar. And I had it fade out, and I actually switched it to the instrumental version about halfway through. Had it fade in, fade out. Instrumental version, so that it was just the cool kind of instrumental fun stuff in the background. So that was pretty cool. Our reception was completely catered by my wife's mom, and she made tacos and all kinds of great stuff. It was fantastic. We actually still have some of the jalapenos from our wedding in the fridge. They're pickled, so I guess it's okay, but we still have them. They're from GFS, so it's like a 20-pound box of peppers. Well, it's actually a jar. But anyway, so my wedding was phenomenal, but that's kind of a no-brainer. But that's not why I've been AWOL for the last year. The main reason I've been AWOL for the last year is because I have been working my ass off. Right before I got married, I started a job for a dealership. I worked in the parts department for an independent body shop for about a year. I ran their parts department as a whole. Pretty much taught myself how to do the job. The people I had there were great. They were great support staff, great bosses, great coworkers, great everything. But for the most part, the parts department was my baby. That's everything I did for myself. But I took those skills that I cultivated over there with the independent body shop I worked for, and I decided that I was going to try and move over to the corporate side of things. So I moved over and I actually started working for a dealership. Pretty much the same job. I was working for the body shop inside the dealership and selling parts directly to the body shop with a little bit of outside sales, but not very many. So I started that before we got married. And after we got married, all was going pretty well until about the first of the year. The job just kind of started to get to me. It was really long hours. I was there a lot. And I really just kind of started to struggle, and my performance started to slip quite a bit. I was mostly struggling with the hours and the fact that it was commission. Commission jobs can be great, but they can also be really bad. And I'm the kind of person I just like consistency. And if you like consistency, then commission-based jobs just really aren't for you. Consistency usually means hourly, or possibly salary, but I've never had a salary job, so I can't speak for that. After about 8 months of working there, I just kind of decided that it was time for me to move on. It was a mutual agreement, I believe. They were probably ready for me to move on after the couple months that I've had, and that's okay. But I've always wanted to get into IT, so I decided to take a jump and try and do something a little different. So I actually reached out to a friend of mine and saw if maybe they were hiring over at his help desk job. I've been there for about 3 months, and as of right now, it is one of the best jobs that I've ever had. I love the people there. I love the job that I get to do. I greatly enjoy every activity that I've done there. I really feel like I'm a part of a team. I really feel like I'm a part of something special, something that really means something, and that's doing wonders for me. It's doing wonders for my mental health. It's doing wonders for everything. My marriage has never really been rocky, but when you're working, 60 some odd hours a week and you barely see each other, it can get kind of annoying, especially as a newlywed. And so this job I'm working, at most 45 hours a week, and that's because I choose to work it, not because I'm forced to, which is phenomenal. I absolutely love my schedule at my new job. It's amazing. But anyway, we're not here to talk about depression and sadness. We're here to talk about video games. And this episode is coming out on October 23rd. And if you are paying any attention to any kind of video game stuff, then you know a major game is coming out this week. That's right. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Infinity Ward is creating a soft reboot of one of the best games of our lives. I don't know about you guys, but Modern Warfare 2 was my jam. I played Modern Warfare 2 so much I can't even tell you. I remember getting on every single night and just seeing if we could get into arguments with people in the lobby. It used to be a pastime of me and one of my friends. We would just go into Modern Warfare 2 lobbies and basically try to piss people off. We were those kids, probably the squeaky little no-scope 1v1er guys that just pissed everybody off the whole time. That was definitely us, but I am so unbelievably and incredibly excited for Modern Warfare, and I hope that Activision doesn't ruin it with their shitty microtransactions. But regardless, we'll see what happens there. One thing I also am looking forward to is definitely Need for Speed Heat. I've been watching a lot of videos on it, and it looks like that handling model that they're using for this next version is going to be a lot better. Anybody who's played Need for Speed 2015 as well as Need for Speed Payback knows that the handling models in those games were horrendous. Let's just be honest here. It felt like you were driving the car on slick ice. Every time you try to turn, the car would start sliding some random direction, and trying to get it out of the slide was almost just impossible. It was completely impossible. But one thing I will say is I definitely never considered myself to be a Fortnite player. Season 2 came out just recently, and I'm sure anybody who's into Fortnite definitely knows that, but it just recently came out, and my boss is actually a huge Fortnite fan, and so we've been talking about it back and forth, and after just days and days of conversations, I was like, all right, I gotta check this stuff out. So this video is actually, I think it's probably maybe my 5th or 6th Battle Royale game duos with my buddy Johnny. We actually get a victory Royale here. And I took this video about 2 nights ago, and I literally got the final kill and saw the victory Royale pull up, and I yelled at the top of my lungs, dude. I was so excited. I had no idea that it was the last guy. I knew that we were, getting close to the end and getting close to the last circle, but I didn't know that it was the last guy. I shot him and it went into slow motion, popped up, said Victory Royale. I just yelled at the top of my lungs. And so, needless to say, I'm not super great at Battle Royale games, so the fact that I won a Victory Royale in Fortnite, of all things, the game that I give people so much shit for, and now I'm sitting here playing it and uploading videos of it to my shitty little YouTube channel. But hey, regardless, we're having fun. We're getting stuff done. But to kind of draw to a close, what we're trying to do here is just get back in the ring, start making some content, start doing some things that's fun. If we make money, awesome. If we don't, who cares? I want to make stuff. I want to create stuff. I want to put stuff out for people. I want to put stuff out for myself. So definitely, we're gonna get into Modern Warfare. We're definitely gonna get into Need for Speed Heat for sure. We'll see what kind of content we make on that, but I'm definitely going for stuff there. Once Modern Warfare comes out, we're definitely going to be getting some gameplay. Hopefully be getting some pretty good plays. I played the beta a while back. I actually borrowed one of my friend's PlayStation 4s just so I could play the PlayStation beta, and then downloaded it on my Xbox for the next weekend, just to get as much playtime in as possible. I made it up to rank 20, which, that everybody did that. That wasn't that hard, but I've got Tostino's pizza rolls in my freezer waiting to redeem the codes, and I'm going to go out and get a Mountain Dew Game Fuel probably later today, see if I can't get the code for that as well. But regardless, I'm excited for it, man. I am ready to get back into Call of Duty, and I am ready to start making some content for this channel. I appreciate anybody and everybody who takes the time to listen to this, watch this, even if it's just a little bit of it. This video did turn out a little bit longer than I expected. I'm going to try and keep them a little bit shorter. I know YouTube likes that 10-minute mark, but I'm not really pressed about that. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. If we need to start making 10-minute videos, then I just got to make good enough content to reach out to 10 minutes. But anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. And if you decide to drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe, that would be fantastic. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for watching. Crazy Gun Nut out.